What's up, card fighters? So I'm back here with this is round 3. I didn't get to record my final match because I was fighting against an opponent that doesn't like to be, he doesn't want to be recorded, which, that's understandable. That's his right. So I'm not gonna force, I'm not gonna force like, hey, like it's really not that big of a deal to me. So I just played that match unrecorded, curb stomped him. But yeah, getting on to this match, I actually did get curb stomped myself by heroes. Man, heroes are very strong with that new grade 2. That new grade 2 is just so good for them. Like, it's really good for the hero deck. The match was pretty 50-50 though. I do say though, if I was running more criticals and draws, I probably could have gotten it, but that was not like a very huge factor in the match. Which I believe he goes. No, we go first here. Which I'm debating with the pitch. I pitch a grade 1, and then pass turn. He's gonna search for. He draws a base off of going second, and then he's gonna search a base. So he already has 2 bases confirmed. Which he's just gonna swing for 8 here. Gets the grade 1. I get a defensive draw, and then I draw for turn. Which this is very sped up, guys, just because this match did take a very long time. We're gonna draw for Richard. Call Stephanie. We're gonna call a Trish here. Debating. Oh, I just decided to go all in. I swing for 18, get a heal trigger, power to rear guard, then I swing for 18. Yes, how big the other column is. He guards for 15, and then he takes the other one. Which I was debating playing around Flatten, because she's CB1 retire something in the front row in the same column, but I was like, I'm gonna call these cards anyway. Like, I'd rather just get my value off of them right now. Or at least try to get my value off of them right now, because this is a very aggressive deck. This is basically what you want to do as soon as possible, is like vomit your hand onto the board and just swing. So he's going to activate the new grade 2, which is really good for the deck. When you discard it for your base's effect, you could CB1, call it from the drop zone, and then base something from the drop zone. So it's really good. He's going to swing for 10 here. I take it. He's going to get a heal here, so he's going to go back down to 1. And he's going to swing for 25, which I just take it again. Stand and draw. Debating what I want to pitch here. I pitch Persona right here, just valuing the shield. And I swing for 26 here. Get a crit to Vanguard, and then I'm going to give power to that guy. To Eden, because he has an on hit. So I do decide to just double up power on Eden. No, I guess not. Gets a defensive heal, doesn't go off, gets a defensive crit. So this Eden is going to be swinging for 38 at the rear, which I do it to get rid of his other rear guard. This is 33, 43 at the Vanguard, which is just 15k to block. Which is we're at an 18k base. In this matchup, it didn't really come up that often, but there was a few times where like being that 18k specifically saved me. Does get 3 here off his base. So obviously he's going to add the new grade 2 to his hand, and the other 2 are just going to automatically get based. Soul charges the base here. Pitches the new grade 2. Grabs Flatten, I believe. Yeah, he grabs Flatten, kills Eden, and then calls a new grade 2. And then he's going to base. He's going to base the shield here from the drop zone, which he shield charges 1 every time it's based. He's just going to swing for 21 here. We guard for 15, that makes us 33, so it's 2 to pass. He's going to swing for 20. He's going to swing for 25 here. I believe it's 25. Yeah. So we just guard for 10k. Would have been nice if we had Persona right here, but we still trash the chalices to talk about that. But we really did just like my hand was very tiny, so I literally just had to conserve hand. I don't think I took opponent damage this turn. No, I didn't. I didn't take opponent damage this turn. So I swing for 28 at the Vanguard. Guards of 20k shield. I swing for 26 at the Vanguard. Which he decides to take it. We get 2 grade 1s. I was debating here just swinging at his rear guards, but I didn't feel like it mattered enough trying to like damage deny him. He decides to double base here for the... No, he doesn't double base here. He double intercepts for the base here. So yeah, there was really no point in like getting rid of his rears. He was going to get rid of them for me. Persona Red Tears, and then draws. Gets his 3rd base. Only gets 2 off the base though. Pitches the guy. Call another one from base, and then call itself. And then rebasing that grade 2, soul charging 1. Soul charge is a heal trigger. And then I believe he just calls the grade 3 outright from hand, which is 33 because he Persona Road. And I believe I die on this turn if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, my hand really isn't looking that sexy. This is 38. One thing I don't like about this deck is it does have to run fronts because it goes through the deck so fast. But one thing I don't like about it is that the fronts kind of like don't mesh well with your attack pattern, because when you hit a front and then you move a rear guard from the back row to the front row, it doesn't get that front trigger. I decided to call my whole hand down here. I don't really have a next turn, so I just kind of try and go for a Hail Mary. Swing for 18? Yeah, which is really hard against heroes, because not only like can they mount a really like certain mountable offense, they can also mount a really good defense as well because of the base mechanic. So this is 1828, which because he does have shield in his base, he's just gonna be able to activate it twice and then guard for the full amount. Yeah, and I just, even though he does have like all face down counterblast, I just lose on this following turn because I can't handle it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're gonna go on to game 2 here. I believe I choose to go first again. Yeah, I choose to go first again. Honestly, I might have to play heroes myself, low key. The deck is honestly like really good. Damn, I could see my gut, bro. I could see my gut. It's right there. Man, I need to start working out again. I used to work out every morning, but that's definitely gonna be happening this week. Like my injury low key slowed me down a little bit because I was low key paranoid about because injuring my finger, because the before I left the ER nurse told me like, hey, I don't think you realized how badly you messed up your finger. You know, just take your rest days. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm definitely gonna be taking my rest days, and that's like what I did honestly. But I am definitely gonna get back on the grind, get back on the horse this week. Draws. I think he drew a base again. Wow, that's crazy. Did he really just draw a base again? Okay. Yeah. Shit. That's funny. Gets a critical trigger, but then I get a heal trigger, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. pitch a Stephanie here for a ride. Draw. Call a Megan. That's all I'm gonna call apparently. Crit power. It's a good thing the only thing I called was a Megan. He got double defensive critical. Pitch is critical for turn. Does his top 7 for his base search. Only gets 2, but he's gonna add the Persona to hand. He's gonna activate the grade 2 here, I believe. And he's gonna base something. I can't see it at this. I'm sorry, guys. This glare is like actually really bad on his side, but it's a good thing I know everything that his cards do. 1 to pass on the VG. The other units can't hit because I got a defensive draw. Pitching the draw here for ride. Call Jamil. Well, got a soul charge first, and then we're gonna call out Stephanie off of Jamil. What am I doing? Why didn't I? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking about not doing another Jamil, but I kind of have to. So I'm going to swing for 26 at the Vanguard. I'm going to swing 10 at his rear. He intercepts. I'm going to swing 23 at the rear. Just trying to bait out more shield, which he does. Pitches a flatten here for ride. Activate robust here. Get his 3rd order. So now he has access to all 3 as far as we know. He's going to immediately activate it. Get 2 of the shield here on one of the new green hero, which is really good for him. Just going to get double soul charge off of that. Soul charge is the OT, which I remarked is like perfect because this deck goes through the deck so fast. Like they're just bound to like see the OT in some form or fashion. Swings for 21 here. Which, yeah, I guard for 2 to pass. He gets double PG. Swings for 23. We take it. We get a chalice, unfortunately. And he swings on my rear guard, which I just happily take it. Calling down an Eden. Calling down a Stephanie. Final rush, final burst, nothing much to talk about here. Swing for 28, which he guards with a 20k shield. Swing for 26 here. We get a critical, give critical to Vanguard, and then power to Eden. I swing with the Eden first, which he perfect guards. Then I swing at the Vanguard for 33. Yeah, 33. Which he just ends up taking it. So he does go to 5 here. Persona rides. Then plays his 3rd copy of the order card. That looks like Persona Ride, a grade 1, and the new grade 2. Man, my throat's incredibly dry. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to activate the order here, get a grade 1, then get that grade 2 back out, scout a card from the drop, scout flatten. Then he's going to swing here with robust. I get a defensive draw, which is clutch here on this turn, to be honest. I just perfect guard the Vanguard. Gets another PG, gets another robust here. He's going to swing for 35, I believe. Or no, I guess it's not 35. No, it was, because that's just a 10k shield. And then he was reading that card. That card says if I took a damage, I have a Bruce Vanguard, it's 20k shield. So yeah, that defensive actually really saved my bacon. We Persona right here. So we're going to swing for 38 Vanguard. which he's going to use his bases right away here. Get those two 15s out. Guard for free, basically. Perfect guards are Vanguard here. First check, Bruce. Second check, Eden. Swing at the Vanguard for double crit. Perfect guards again. And I believe he had all 4 perfect guards in his hand. Yeah, he had all 4 perfect guards in his hand. He's gonna stand and draw here. Persona rides. I thought I was dead on this turn, to be honest with you. Swings 33 with the Robust. And I think we have to guard this here. Or I might be mistaken. We might have to guard this here because this is just one of the weaker attacks, one of the weakest attacks of this turn. So we guard with, looks like a 10 shield and another 10. That puts us, yeah, that puts us 38. Swings 20, yeah, 38 here. He activated the ability. Debating on what I need to keep here. I took a risk and kept Persona Ride, which paid off since he didn't get a crit, which I think a crit would have killed me. I take the first hit. Then I guard the second hit. With 15 and 2 10k shields. Persona Ride here. So I swing. I think I was just going for power. Yeah, I think I was just going for power. So I swing 43 here. And that's it. That's a lot. We're going on to the last game here. Which this game took so long. But he did draw all 4 PGs. That's why this game took so long. Alright, we're drawing our opening 5. Gonna discard the flat in here, get his base. Pitch a draw here, draw for going second. I'm gonna Soul and Eden. I'm gonna rush here. Then we're gonna swing without a boost. Because you get a defensive, so there was no reason to boost. He draws a base for turn. Pitches a 15, activates his base. Only gets 2. I think the grade 1 goes, yeah, the grade 1 goes to hand. He's gonna base to 2. He's gonna soul charge. Looked like he soul charged a crit. Activating the base here. Calls a grade 2 with shield. Calls a grade 1. Bases flatten. He bases flatten. Swing for 10 at my rear guard. I take it. 18 Vanguard. I take it. I get a defensive draw, and then I draw for turn. Pitches a draw trigger here. Draw a card. Call Eden. Then I swing for 18 at the Vanguard. I get a heal trigger here, which is nice. And then I wanted to attack his rear guards, but then I remarked I wanted to swing at the correct one, the Interceptor, because I didn't want him to intercept with it. And then he ends up PGing, because he didn't want both of his rears to be gone. Because if I didn't attack the Interceptor, then he could just intercept for 15, and then like guard with a 5. It's gonna Robust here, get another order. Immediately activate it. Gonna swing for 23 here, which I think we take. Yeah, we take. Defensive Vitamin Bruce. I think we no-guarded his Vanguard. He got a heal trigger, give the power to the other guy, and then he got a front trigger. And we got a heal trigger, and we healed because he healed. swings at my rear guard, which I just guard for 10k. Then he swings at it again, which I just let him take it. And then I didn't have any more front row units, which was crazy. Like, I saw the 1 Jamil in damage and that's it. And I was running like 12 different attackers. And I'm like, this is crazy. Swing here for 26. And I just didn't, like, that was like the main issue this game. I feel like this game was very winnable if I just saw like more attackers in the early. He guards here for 38. Oh, he's guarding rear guard because I attacked the rear guard again. Yeah, I was really just trying to hammer down his rear guards because I know he was low on resources. Draws a base off Persona Ride. Looks like he only got one hero here. Swing, I take it. Swings his Vanguard with a crit. I believe I just perfect guard here. Gets a Persona Ride and a front here, which again, the attack patterns are weird with front triggers, and because the unit didn't see the front, I was able to just easily guard with the 15. Persona Ride here. Calling out an Eden. Debating whether or not I want to call out that grade 1 from my hand. I believe I ultimately do. I'm gonna swing for 23, 33 here. I'm gonna swing for 36, restand the Eden column, so it gets a crit. I believe, yeah, what I did here was I gave the power and then the critical to the. Okay, so what the first critical? No, the critical went to the rear guard, so he only took 1 damage. And then the other critical went to Eden. Yeah. So Eden has 3 criticals, and the other rear guard has 2 criticals. Because my idea was to choke him at 1 damage. And then he ended up having to take this one, which he damages the OT. So that whole choke philosophy wasn't gonna work anyway. Even if I did give like all effects Vanguard, all effects Vanguard. Well, actually, if I gave all effects, he would have taken 3 damage. No, he still would have. Yeah, he still would have survived. It's just he would have like used less guard. So ultimately, it was technically better. I guess technically. Yeah, technically it was better. Also, the reason I didn't do like all effects to Vanguard was I don't run that many crits. I only run 4 in this build. At least at this time, I only ran 4. So I didn't think the odds of me getting another crit were very likely. It's gonna swing for 38 here with a crit. Think that's 1 to pass? No, it's 2 to pass. And he gets double here, and that's the end of the game. He does extend his hitch. Homie casually like just double healed on me and then extends the hand, which was like it was very hilarious. I think I was just like a little bit peeved. I didn't even shake his hand, but we're good friends. Like I shook his hand later afterwards. But yeah, that's the end of the match, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We are selling our channel mats. The one that you see in like all my videos, not this one because I wanted to rock my BSF mat from Duluth. But you see it in all our videos. We are selling those mats. Like everything you need to know is in the description down below. You can reach me on Messenger. You can reach me on my Gmail if you don't have Messenger. We take PayPal. We take Cash App. And even if you can't get a mat, just like liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos, like sharing the channel to your friends and family, helps us a lot. Like we've grown tremendously in the last year just off of that, off of you guys. And I'm just really psyched about that. But anyways, guys, later.